Hello, hello. Hi. I'm just going to give it a few minutes before I start. Hello, Monique. Hi. Hi, Taylor. How are you? Kathy, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to talk about hair again. My last video, I shared a lot of different hair tips. So today I'm actually going to show you different things that I actually use in the salon, and you can also use it at home. But I'm going to give it a few more minutes so that other people can come on. Whee! So I know I was going to do this for an hour, but I think I'm going to do this for like a half an hour today because I logged on a little late just trying to figure this all out. Um, I am on YouTube. Hi, how you doing? And I am on Facebook. I'm still trying to figure out how to do Instagram. So this is all new. So I hope all the information that I give today will be very informative, and I hope that you can use it at home or when you come into the salon, you can have a better understanding of how you should be cared for, how your hair should be cared for. Because I believe that knowledge is definitely power. And most of the time, we don't receive the type of treatment that we would like to have because maybe, you don't know too much about your hair, but you're going to go with who's doing your hair. You're going to like trust and believe that they're the ones that's going to take care of your hair. So you're going to put the trust in that stylist. But it's also good to have your own knowledge so that when you do sit in a chair, you can ask questions and, get more input about what's going on with your hair. So I'll start in a few minutes. Let's see last time. And also, if you guys have any questions afterwards or even during, you can definitely ask. I am more than willing to answer to the best of my knowledge. Yeah. So just a few more minutes. Okay. So I want to introduce myself. My name is Malicia Hall. I am the CEO of Hair by Malicia. I've been in the hair industry for about 20 years now. So I'm at the point where I want to talk more about hair. I love doing hair, but I want to give more insight about the hair structure, like different things that you should and should not do to your hair. Because our hair, I always say our hair is our crown. That's one of the things people see when they first approach you. They see your face, they see your hair, they see how you carry yourself in a whole. So I always say, when your hair looks good, you feel good. So, doing a little recap, the last time I talked about shampoos, conditioners, different shampoos to use, shampoos that you should not use. I talked a little bit about clarifying, which is a good shampoo to use, but you can't use it too often. And I talked about other great shampoos that are good for, moisturizing the hair and not taking out everything from the hair because clarifying shampoos definitely take all of the buildup. Anything that's not supposed to be in your hair, a clarifying shampoo will cleanse. I also talk about regular shampoos and then I talked about conditioners. I talked about your health, the scalp. That's the main part that needs to be healthy is your scalp. As long as your scalp is healthy, your hair will grow and you will see like great results when it comes to your hair. I also talked about hair repair treatments. I'm just giving a recap so that I can go back to what I'm talking about today. I talked about leave-in conditioners. I talked about styling, how to style your hair, heat protectants, what towel you should use in the salon and at home. I also talked about hair oils, good hair oils. I talked about vitamins, and I talked about ways to increase hair growth. So I talked about all of that. So then today I want to kind of show you a few different things that I use here in the salon, so you can get an idea of what to use when you're at home if you can't get out to a salon. So this is the one, both of these. This is a detangling comb and this is a detangling brush. These are very, very important at home and in the salon because at the end of the day, you need to be able to comb through your hair with a wide tooth comb because you don't want any breakage to take place. So please don't use a small teeth comb to comb through your hair. And the best time to comb through is with conditioner in. But I will say the detangling brush is great for, say, for instance, you just took your braids out. So you have to and you must comb through or brush through after you take your braids out. I know being natural sometimes combing through makes it, it can be a little, it can hurt a little bit, but just take your time and really detangle your hair because after taking out braids, water should not hit your hair as soon as you take those braids out, or it will cause more tangling and the hair will mat up. And you definitely don't want your hair to mat up. So I always say a good detangling brush will definitely go a long way when it comes to just sectioning your hair and brushing it through before you apply the shampoo. So if you're at home and you're doing your own hair, please have a good detangling brush and a wide tooth comb. This is the two things that you would need before you even start to shampoo your hair, because depending on what style your hair was in, or if your hair is straight, is also good to remember the natural oils from your body are on your hair at this moment. I always say shampoo your hair every 3 to 4 weeks. So say for instance, we're at our third week and you're ready to shampoo. It's good to brush through your hair. Brushing through your hair will also help to kind of brush through the new, I would say what's the word that I'm looking for? Basically you shed. So when you're shedding, you have to kind of brush all that shedded hair out. So brushing your hair and detangling your hair with a wide tooth comb is very, very important. And also, as you brush, you're massaging your scalp. You definitely want to massage, but don't brush where you're pulling on your hair and you're like damaging your hair. Take your time and gently comb through. I find that a lot of clients, when they come out of braids, they'll come in and have me detangle. And I don't have a problem with that, but I know that part can be a little tedious. So then after that, I apply the shampoo to your hair, and you shampoo your hair as usual. You apply your conditioners, and then you go towards however you want to style your hair. But I don't want to forget about the massage brush. It's also good to massage your scalp because your scalp needs, basically you need to like massage it so that the hair follicles, you can basically generate the blood flow, basically, to the areas of your hair. Because with your scalp being healthy, your hair will definitely grow. If your scalp is not healthy, your hair will not grow. So you have to definitely make sure that your scalp is healthy. And by doing that, you have to have somebody, if you're at home, look at your scalp and make sure you don't have any type of issues to the scalp, or you can definitely come into a professional and let her help you to understand what's going on with your scalp. So I don't want to go back. My last video basically talks a lot about what I'm talking about right now. So I don't want to go back to all of that today. I just want to basically show you different things that I use, as I said. So for my braid girls, I have a bonnet. I wanted to show everyone the different bonnets that you can use. This is a braid bonnet. You see how long it is? So when you basically put it on your head, this makes it easier for your braids. I'm going to put it on my head so you can get an idea of how this works. So if I had braids, my braids would just basically kind of hang down in there, right? And then if you want to, I don't know if you'll be able to kind of tie it up, because sometimes when your hair is hanging and you're sleeping, it's like, oh, what can I do with that part? So this is basically, and I love this bonnet because sometimes your bonnet comes off at night, and you don't want that. So with this band being around, it kind of secures it. so it does not come right off. So again, this is for my braid girls. This is how you'll protect your hair at night while you're in your braids. So that's one bonnet. So another, this is, so I'm just telling you how to care for your hair at home. After you get your hair done, the stylist, your hair can be really nice after leaving the salon, but how are you caring for your hair after it's done? So I showed you the one for braids. So now this is a regular bonnet. So this bonnet is more for your twist outs, like how my hair is right now. I will wear this bonnet because it's not huge. I mean, it's kind of big, but it's not like the braid bonnet. So this bonnet is more for, I would say, flexi rods, individual twists, hairstyles like that. Your wash and go, you can use that as well. And this is a great bonnet for that. Okay. So that's two. And now I also have my scarves. So my scarf is more for, I would say this is more for when your hair is blown out. When your hair is blown out, you want to have a scarf, or you want to have something where it's going to lay closer to the head. So I always say, if you have to double up, it's okay, because I know sometimes your scarf can come off, and I know sometimes your bonnet can come off. So it's just all about how you want to make sure your hair is tied up for the night. So again, this is and they're all satin. Remember, always a satin scarf or a silk or satin bonnet. I just simply tie mine. I'm not going to make it too, so imagine me like pin curling my hair, and then I'm going to lay this to my head, and then I'm going to tie it. So now I've tied it and secured it. And you can do your scarf, however. This is for you to go to sleep. I mean, you don't have to have it hanging and all that good stuff. So this is how I will wear my scarf with my pin curls. This is more for a roll up when you blow dry and style your hair. That's what this is mainly for. And you can double up with the bonnet. It's up to you, because I know I hear a lot of my clients say, oh my gosh, my bonnet came off, my scarf came off. And I'm like, really? Both? But try your hardest to double up. And if you feel like your scarf and your bonnet comes off at night, then just make sure you have a satin pillowcase. Silk or satin pillowcase can also save the day. But this is how I definitely tie my hair when I've blown it out and I have those pretty curls, and I just don't want my curls to be over with in one day. I pin curl it, and I put my scarf on, and I put my bonnets on. So that's two different ways to save your hairstyle at night. And I would say, when you first get your hair done, start off with pin curling if it's curly. But if it's straight, of course, wrap it, and then use one, or I would say definitely you have to use this scarf. You have to use something that's more going to be smooth to the head, and it's just going to sit on your head. The other two bonnets I showed you, like I said, one's for braids. That's why it hangs a little bit more. And the other one is just, like I said, your flexi rods, your twist outs, and all of that great stuff. So the last time I talked in my last video, and if you want to see my last video, definitely I'm on Facebook. I'm just still trying to figure out the Instagram part. I'm on Facebook and I'm on YouTube. So those are the two places where you can go back and check my videos for, I talk about steam treatments. I talk about how to shampoo the hair. And I also spoke on different shampoos and different conditioners and the towels to use. So today is more of how to care for your hair with the different items that I have. So the last time I talked about wigs. So I have a wig band, because I know a lot of us, we're wearing wigs right now. And because I know you're wearing a wig, sometimes the friction from the wig can cause your hairline to really, really not be there. And you need your hairline, So today I have this wig band. So this wig band, you can basically put it around your head, right? It has a Velcro for it to stick. So you basically say, just imagine me, I'm about to put my wig on. So I will put this on first. Basically, this is to protect your hairline. And then you push it back because I know you don't want it to be too far ahead because you still have to put your band on, your wig on. So, but you want it to be on in a way where you're not going to have friction with the wig and your hair. Now, this is a form of protection. And this is what kind of material is this again? I believe this is Velcro. No, not Velcro. Why can't I see the name? It doesn't say. It just says wig band. But the reason why I'm saying use a wig band is because of your hairline. You know, it would be nice if it was silk, but then silk would move the wig around too much. So, like I said, this is a great way to protect your hairline when you're wearing your wigs. So I would definitely say invest in one of these. All of the stuff that I'm talking about today, you should have at home, you know, because sometimes you can't make it out to the salon, and I get it. And sometimes you can. So the wig band is definitely important. And a snub. I believe if you put this on and your wig on and then you kind of pin it down so it doesn't move too much, this is ideal. So that's one band. And here's another. This one is silicone. At least this one told me what it was. So this one is silicone. And this is another headband, a wig band, actually. Let me get it out of the package. So this one is a little different. This one, it also has the Velcro. So actually, it does not. So this one goes over your head. The other one had the Velcro to, so you basically want to put this on and then you kind of move it back. And you move it back to your desired, like where you want it to be. The whole point is to care for your hairline. That's the purpose of this. So once you have that on and you put your wig on, then you can kind of go from there as to what wig you're going to put on, how you're going to style it. And this should be braided down. Like I said the last time, always braid your hair down before you're going to put a wig on your head. So this is a wig band. For those who don't wear wig bands, it can cause friction to the hairline, meaning you can lose your hairline if you don't apply a band and then the wig. So let's take this off. And these are all snug. Oh my gosh, it really fits around your head. So that's basically it. So then, like I said, let me go back over. So I have the detangling comb. I have the detangling brush. Also, yes, and I also have the scalp massager. This is great. This is so good to massage the scalp. Don't scrub. Always go in a circular motion, right? A circular motion, definitely all throughout the head, because it's to massage your head. It's to massage. It's not to scrub. This is not something you use to scrub. So please don't scrub your head with this. Just lightly massage it, right? Massage. Just give yourself that, this feels good. You know, that type of a feel. And then this is another great brush. This is a bamboo brush. I find that bamboo brushes are also great to massage the hair as well. But this is more for at the bowl. This will be at the shampoo bowl because I use this to massage my client's scalp, on many occasions. Some may feel, I feel like you should massage your clients. You should. That's a form of like, oh my gosh, they're sitting in a bowl and they feel so good. So just give them the extra, don't just get in there and scrub the head. We know the scalp needs to be clean, but it also needs to be massaged. So just make sure that you do that. But like I was saying, the bamboo brush is also it's a really, really good brush. This is also a great brush to also massage. And then you can also like brush the hair because you want to brush all of the shedded hair out so that new hair can, go into the place of the shedded hair. So I would basically say just to brush the shedded hair out because the new hair is going to come in anyway, but you want to brush all of that out because you have to keep in mind when your hair sheds, it just falls on the rest of your hair and you have to brush it out. So I would say about 50 to 100 strands a day is normal. So don't feel like your hair is breaking off because you see that it's coming out. Look at your strand and see, is it broken or does it have a bulb at the end? That's what you have to be mindful for when it comes to shedded hair. So again, I talked about the different bonnets to use at home. Whoever's jumping on right now, I thank you guys so much for jumping on and listening to my live. I really hope that any information that I'm giving will be helpful. So again, I have the bonnets. This is the braid bonnet. You see how it's much longer, way longer. And then we have the regular bonnet, which is for your flexi rods and all that good stuff. And then there is your scarf. Your scarf is like mainly for your blow drying styles. So that's what that's for. So today I just wanted to come on and talk about the ways to care for your hair at home, because I know a lot of stylists, like a lot of clients, they come in. I would say I have a lot of 2-weekers, 3-weekers, 4-weekers, and I don't have a lot of people coming in for one. I'm not going to say I don't have 1-weekers. I always stress, just shampoo your hair every 3 to 4 weeks. If you can't go that long, I get it, because the oil that is on your scalp and is on your hair can be a bit much, but it's the best oil. I always say that. It's the best oil to keep your hair healthy. So in so many words, I just wanted to just talk a little bit about how you're caring for your hair after you leave the salon today. You know, the rundown of the shampoos and all that other stuff you can catch in my other video. So does anybody have any questions about how they're caring for their hair after leaving the salon? Do you find it is difficult to care for your hair once you leave, or is it okay? Are we given enough information as far as to how to pin curl, how to wrap, the different products to use within that space of time of you not coming back to the salon? Because sometimes I just want to know. Like, I always ask my clients questions like, so how was it the last time? Did your hair last? And most of the time their hair is lasting, and sometimes they'll let me know it didn't last as long as they wanted it to, or it lasts even longer. So you get different input, you know, from different people. So if anyone have any questions, you're more than willing to, you can definitely ask. Hi, Sean. Hi, Mavis. How are you? Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for supporting. So I'm not going to be on here long today. I just wanted to jump on. I said I was going to do this like maybe once a month, just jump on here and give a few hair tips and just talk about the different things that I'm seeing that stylists and clients are dealing with. I can only like speak from my experience as far as being a stylist. And I know like when your hair looks good, you definitely feel good. I know some people are like, oh my gosh, all you talk about is hair. That is my field. I love when women and men feel really good about how they look. You know, that's like the first step to feeling good. And then when people see you, they're like, wow, you look really nice. Or, you know, the compliments definitely go a long way, you know, and how people make you feel. It was so crazy. Like, I ran into a client yesterday. Actually, she came into the salon with a family member, and I did her hair like 8 years ago, 9 years ago. Okay. It's been that long. And she comes in, and the crazy thing is I didn't remember, you know, and she was like, oh my gosh, Mimi, I remember you. And I was like, here or at the last salon? She was like, you were at the last salon. And I was like, you remember that? She was like, yes, because I got the best treatment, you know. And I was like, how you treat people definitely goes a long way, because I couldn't even remember, like, and then she remembered and she brought it back to my memory, and I'm like, wow. And I'm happy that she feels that way. You know, it makes me feel good to know that how I present myself and how I am as an individual, it definitely reflects on other people. I have a question. What about natural hair? So when you say what about natural hair, what exactly do you want to know? It's so much to know about natural hair. So are you dealing with dryness? Are you dealing with hair loss? Are you dealing with you just want your hair to grow? Like, what exactly would you like to know about natural hair? I can definitely give you a rundown. I'm natural as well, so I can give you a rundown as to the things that you should do to your natural hair, as far as like the conditioners and the shampoos that you can use, the different treatments that you should use. So you have to kind of give me an idea of what you would like to know. What about natural? And natural hair, okay, I'll just give you a little bit. Natural hair, it can get a little dry. So moisture is definitely important for natural hair. I always say like, clarifying it is good. You don't want to clarify too much because too much clarifying to the hair can definitely strip the hair of all the good qualities that it have. Dry hair and growth. Yes, all of that. Okay. So if your hair is dry and if you can get out to the salon, definitely sitting under the steamer will lock moisture into your hair. Or if you can't make it out, a tabletop steamer at home would definitely be ideal. So a moisturizing conditioner is the best conditioner to sit under the steamer with. You don't want to use any random conditioner because the whole point of the steamer is to lock moisture into the hair follicle. So I would say if you're seeing that your hair is pretty dry and say you come in this week and I say, okay, you're going to get under the steamer, I will always tell you, pay attention to your hair. That's the thing. We have to pay attention to our hair because I want to know that it's working. I want to know that you're seeing a difference. So steam is good. Hair treatments are also good. And I would say shampoo your hair every 3 to 4 weeks. Don't shampoo too often because that will also dry your hair out. So as far as dry hair, as far as your hair being dry, it all starts at the bowl with the shampoo. Like what shampoos are you using at home? Are you using a moisturizing shampoo? I use Design Essentials. That's the line of moisturizing shampoo that I use. I use a Clarifying by Paul Mitchell. So it just depends. Like those are the shampoos I use. I also use Sebastian. My regular shampoos are like I would say Penetrate shampoos, and because you're saying what do I recommend? I don't know. I mean, not that I don't know a lot of the over-the-counter products that you use at home. You would have to kind of give me a rundown as to what you're using and how often, and we would have to see, does it have alcohol in it as the first ingredient? Because remember, the first ingredient in every product is the most. Okay, that's the most. So if you're using something at home that has alcohol as the first, that's a bit much. Alcohol is going to be in the ingredients. Yes, it will be, but not as the first or second. You want it to be water to be your first ingredient. So that's number one as far as your products at home. Then once you style your hair, are you doing a leave-in conditioner? A leave-in conditioner will also give you the benefits of conditioning the hair. That's a conditioner that will sit on your hair until your next shampoo. So that will be great to use. And then being natural, are you blowing your hair out or are you doing a natural style? If you're doing a natural style that you want to stay in for a while, I would say use the creams, right? And the cream also, I would say it's a little heavy, but you don't want to put too much on the hair. But if you're twisting the hair, I would say use a cream. If you want like a twist out, I would say use more of like a mousse. Like I like to use Nairobi. That's one of my favorite products to use for a twist out. But keep in mind for twist outs, of course, you have to go back and manipulate the hair because the next day you wake up, it may not be the way it looked the first day you took it out. So you can always kind of dampen the hair and retwist it if you like, or you can wear your bonnet and kind of go with the flow as to how it's turning out. Because twist outs can become very beautiful over the days. But it's all about what you like as a person, because I know sometimes our hair tends to grow and we're like, oh my gosh, my hair is growing. And you don't really want it to be that big. So it's all about what you like. So your shampoos, your conditioners, your leave-in conditioner, and the product that you're using to style your hair definitely plays a role. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that I'm giving you the information that helps. Yes, because it's important. Like our hair is so important. Like if it wasn't important, people would not be covering it with wigs. They would not be braided. They would, so it's so many different things that we're doing to our hair, so many different chemicals that we're putting in our hair, so many different products. We have to take care. We have to definitely take care. Any more questions? And I know being natural, I know a lot of people deal with dry hair. I know because I deal with it sometimes. And plus the weather changed. Like this weather right now, it's like we're in a dry season, right? It's dry. My skin's dry, hair is dry. And I know I'm not the only person that's dealing with that. That's why you have to, a lot of water. You have to drink. This is the time where you need to drink plenty of water for your skin, your nails, and your hair. So this is the time to do that. Yeah, so I think I kind of covered a lot today. Good information. Yes, thank you. And like I said, I'm going to do this maybe once a month, just to kind of give everybody information about how to care for their hair at home and in the salon. And if you want to check out my videos, I am on YouTube. I'm on YouTube as Malicia Hall. You can look me up there. But everything else is Hair by Malicia. I'm Hair by Malicia on Facebook, and I'm Hair by Malicia on Instagram. So that is where you can find me, and great hair tips on, as you know, how to care for your hair and how to maintain your hair and the different products you should use and what you should not use. So that is it. Does anybody else have any questions? Questions? You can definitely ask. Definitely ask. I feel like I covered a lot in this short space of time. Okay, what I can talk about is like, how do you know if your hair is healthy? Okay, and how do you know if it's unhealthy? Because some of us, we don't know if our hair is healthy or not, and we don't know if it's unhealthy. So basically, your scalp is the most important part. If your scalp is healthy, then your hair is healthy. Healthy scalps, okay? If your hair is healthy, like I said, remember I was talking about massaging. Massaging definitely does help with keeping the hair healthy. Do not over shampoo the hair. If you're shampooing your hair too much, like say for instance, you're shampooing your hair every week, that's not good because you're drying your hair out. Even if you feel like, oh my gosh, I have all this buildup, don't use a lot of product. Buildup comes from product use. And then, of course, our environment, I get it. But if you're stacking on product, that's going to cause an issue to your scalp. And then you have to have a healthy diet. What we put in our bodies definitely tells what's going on with your hair. I always tell my clients whenever they come in and something's going on, I'm like, your hair is telling on you, right? And they're like, how? It's so many different areas of your hair that's like, if this part is breaking off, it's like, what's going on? It's long in all these other places, but why is it broken off in one particular spot? That's a sign of something's going on in your system, or it could just be breakage that took place from color. It could be so many different things, but you want to always know what's going on with your scalp and your hair, and invest in the best products. I know some of us like, I am not buying expensive products for my hair. You don't have to. The thing about products can last you for a while. So if you invest in products, your hair will definitely tell what kind of shampoos you're using, what kind of conditioners you're using. And you just have to try not to strip your hair of all the benefits that's already there. Try not to shampoo your hair too often. Every 3 to 4 weeks is great. Okay, that's a great time. So let me tell you a little bit about unhealthy hair. If your hair is thinning, and sometimes that's hereditary. I'm not going to always say that that's the reason why your hair is unhealthy. But if you know that your hair was much fuller, it was coarse at one point, and now you're thin, something's going on, right? Something in there. Excessive shedding, like I told you, is normal. But if it's an excessive amount, that means that it's some form of unhealthiness going on there. Hair loss is also a part of that. Constant itchiness. And sometimes the itchiness can come from buildup. So see why it's good to have a professional to look at your hair, because you don't know. Your scalp could be itching because you have too much product on the hair, and then it's seeping into the scalp, and it's causing your scalp to be itchy. Or your hair could be unhealthy. That's what's causing the itch as well. Flakes and oiliness. That means that your scalp needs to be better cared for. Redness or irritation. If you have redness to the scalp and it's irritated, you touch it and it's tender, or you just feel like what is happening with the scalp, something's going on with your scalp and you need someone to really, not someone, you need a stylist or a dermatologist to better look at your scalp to get an understanding of what's happening. Like I said, tenderness and pain, that all falls under that area. And the cause of unhealthy scalp is stress, pollution, poor eating habits, and buildup around the hair follicles. So that all can happen to your scalp. Your scalp is so important. So important. I can't stress it anymore as to your scalp being important. I know a lot of people like, oh my gosh, my hair is not growing, or my hair. I'm always hairing my hair. I never hear a client say my scalp. Is always your hair, but your hair is growing from your scalp. So if your scalp is unhealthy, your hair is also going to be unhealthy. So you have to go to the base of the problem, which can be your scalp. So what else? And a healthy scalp means your hair is clean, the scalp is clean, and you have to give it good stimulation. That's why I was saying, going back to the massage brush. So this is a great way to stimulate, not scrub. You want to go into circular motions, and that's how you're stimulating. You're definitely stimulating the blood flow to the hair follicles. You want to definitely get in there and, just massage the scalp. So that's how you will know if your scalp is healthy and if it's unhealthy. I just had to touch on that a little bit because, like I said, I'm always hearing clients tell me their hair is unhealthy, but I don't really hear about the scalp. And the scalp is definitely the main part of your hair. So if you have any more questions, let me know. Hi, Sylvia. How are you? So any more questions? I'm going to log off shortly. I just want to jump on here and just give a little bit more hair tips, because I feel like a lot of us, life is busy. You may not be able to get out to the salon and you're home doing your own hair. Like, you have to use the correct products, the correct combs and brushes, the detangling brushes and the detangling combs, your correct scarves for your hair, your correct bonnets. There's so many different things that you can do at home to protect your hair. So please do, because it's going to come a time where, like right now, everyone's wearing wigs. That's cool, and then it's going to come a time where it's going to be something different and something different, so you want to make sure you're taking care of your hair while you're choosing so many different hairstyles, because at the end of the day, all of those styles come off. And then what do you have? Your own hair. So are you taking care of your hair? Are you taking care of your scalp? I think also if iron and vitamin D are low, it could cause shedding. Very true. That's what I was saying earlier. It's all about what you're putting into your system, how you're caring, your eating habits. Your daily habits are really important. How much water you're taking in. Thank you, Sylvia. Because I was just talking about our hair being dry right now and our skin being dry, because this is a time where you have to put that water in your body. You need to take your vitamins. And kind of like, I feel like the wintertime is a time to care for yourself, really and truly, because we're indoors a little bit more. The summertime, we're like, hey, I'm here. But what were you doing in the winter? What were you doing in those times where you're in the home? Are you caring for your body? Are you caring for your skin? I mean, everything overall is going to show. Your face is going to tell if you're taking care, because you're going to break out. And if you're not breaking out, that's a good thing. That means you're taking your vitamins and you're doing the necessary things. Your hair is going to shed, it's going to break. Our hair goes through different cycles, right? So it's all about why it's going through those cycles. What are you doing? What are you putting into your body that's helping you get through those different cycles, right? Hair vitamins are a must. A must, okay? Because I always say hair, skin, and nails, you have to take your vitamins. I always say biotin is a good vitamin to take. You definitely need your vitamin D. You need your vitamin C. We just need so many different vitamins to maintain our body, so vitamins are important. Like I was telling a few people, like my last video, I talked about vitamins. And I always say the vitamin, like I said, biotin is a good one. The B12 vitamin is also good. Vitamin D is also another good vitamin. So all these vitamins are important. So starting the process for locks. So it's a process. It definitely is. Some people start with gel twists, and some people start with individual twists. I'm going into the locks because somebody asked a question about locks. So those are the two different ways that you can start. You can start with gel twists, like I said, or you can start with individual twists. And then as you like keep going to a loctician, she would definitely give you more ideas as to how she's like interlocking, or all the different ways to keep the locks from coming apart, because the mission is you can't shampoo your hair for about 6 to 8 weeks. I think that part is a mission because the thing about locks is dead hair. So you want all of the shedded hair that's fallen to create that lock, right? So once your hair starts to really lock into the shape of the dread, then after that you can start shampooing, you can start cleansing. So the first stage of locking your hair is, like I said, it's definitely a mission because you have to see a loctician to make sure that the locks are actually locking. So I would say in the beginning is the most tedious part. The beginning of locking your hair is definitely like, oh my gosh, I need help with that. So did I answer your question about the locks? So yes, I think also, do you start the process for dreadlocks? Oh, you was asking me, do I start the process? Not really. I would send you to a loctician because at one point I was doing locks, but I find that stylists that do locks, they strictly do locks. They don't really venture out into doing other hair because locks are already like a lot in itself. Like you have to know how to lock, you have to know the breakdown of the hair. You have to know so much when it comes to locks that I think that they don't even have time to do any other type of hair. Myself, on the other hand, I will retwist your locks, but I don't I don't start them like I used to. Yes. Oh, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I am so pleased. Thank you. And I hope all the information that I gave today um, is beneficial and will be beneficial, because we definitely, like I said, we have to care for our hair. We have to. We have to. It's just a must. It's on your head. It's like when you walk into the room, the first thing people see, like they look at your face, they look at, and your hair is part of all of that. So it'll be good to care for it so that you can see what you like or what you like. What are your hair goals? I always say, what's your goal? Do you want to see length? You want to see fullness? And I'm not a magician. I can't snap a one and be like, boom, this is how your hair is going to be. No, it takes time to get your hair where you want it to be. The different treatments, how you care. I would say your hair is like a plant. You bring home a small plant, and what do you have to do in order for that plant to grow? You have to give the plant water. You have to give the plant food. You have to give the plant all the necessary things in order for it to grow. And just, hair is similar. I always try to put it like that because it's like, what do you need to feed your hair? What is your hair missing? Keep in mind, our hair is 90% protein. I always tell my clients, moisture, protein, you want to add a little bit more protein. Our hair is also, we also have keratin in our hair. All the different things that our hair already have is good to put some more in, because it could be lacking in so many places that you don't even know where your hair is lacking. So seeing a professional is definitely important because she can tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. So to all those home beauticians, I'm just playing. To all those people that are at home doing their hair, please venture out and see a professional that's about hair care. You don't need any random person just doing your hair. Do your due diligence, do your research, and find somebody that can absolutely help you with your hair. It's very, very important. Okay, it's very important. So it is 7:20. Does anybody have any questions? Any more questions? Let's see. So no more questions. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. So the next time I jump on, we'll touch bases on some other topics when it comes to your hair. It's so much when it comes to hair. It's a lot. Oh my goodness, it's a lot. But I don't want to tell you too much and then it kind of overwhelms you. I just want you to know that you're going to need help. You're going to need help checking your scalp. You're going to need help with your hair. You're going to need help with the overall of taking care. I know a lot of clients say, okay, sometimes I do twist my hair myself at home. Sometimes I do this at home, but I have to come in and get my trims. I can't trim my own hair at home. I can't do my own protein at home, and I can't do my moisture out. And I get it. Yes, if you're twisting, that's fine. Sometimes you have to do your own hair, and I get it, so come in and get a little help every once in a while. Just every once in a while, just come in and let the stylist touch your hair, check your scalp, all that great stuff that, comes along with being a cosmetologist, and definitely go to people that are licensed. I'm not trying to tell you don't go to any other stylists that are not. But if you want hair care, go to a professional. Don't go to anybody that whoever is referring or however that works. Okay, so again, thank you for joining me. This is Hair by Melicia, and I am Melicia, and it was really cool having this live. And like I said, the next time we'll talk some more, and I hope you guys have more questions, and I will be more than willing to answer. So have a good night, and I hope you enjoy your holidays, and I will see you all in the new year. Thank you again for joining. Have a good night.